There is a psychology to financial silence that almost nobody talks about. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Every time you speak your next money move out loud, you subtract from the very momentum that would have made it happen. In the next 6 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact reason the wealthiest people you can name almost never discuss their moves. And why the moment you understand this, the way you talk about money changes forever. Because what you're about to hear is the difference between people who quietly build tier after tier and people who spend their entire lives wondering why every plan seems to lose steam right after they share it. Think about the last big goal you shared with someone, the plan you were excited about, the move you were finally ready to make. Now, think about what has actually happened with that goal since. You told 3 people about it last week. You've made 0 progress on it since. And that is not a coincidence. There's a neurological reason for this. When you announce a goal that is tied to your identity, I'm going to build wealth, I'm launching the business, I'm buying the property, your brain releases a small dose of the exact same reward chemical it would have released if you had actually achieved it. You get the feeling of the win without doing the work. And once the brain feels the reward, the drive quietly dies. But here is where it gets interesting, because that mechanism, that is not even the biggest reason silent wealth wins. Here is the part nobody warns you about. Every circle you belong to, your friends, your family, your coworkers, has an unspoken average, an unspoken ceiling. And the moment you start visibly rising above it, something ancient in the group activates. They do not do it consciously. Most of them love you. But researchers studying group dynamics have documented this pattern across every culture on Earth. It is called tall poppy syndrome. The taller you grow, the more the field wants to cut you back to size. Not with malice, with comments, with doubt, with well-meaning warnings, with the sudden urge to keep you grounded. You felt this. You just have not had a name for it. Every time you shared good news, someone in your circle found a way, subtly, to shrink it. And that is exactly why the wealthiest people you can name figured out something the rest of us are still learning the hard way. Warren Buffett spent years quietly accumulating stock in Coca-Cola before the public ever caught wind of it. Same story with Geico. Same story with almost every major move he has ever made. The pattern is consistent across nearly every self-made billionaire we can study. They move first, they announce last. And here's the part that reframes everything. Silence is not secrecy. Silence is leverage. Every unspoken move preserves optionality. Every unshared plan protects your energy from being drained by other people's opinions before you've even started. Every conversation you did not have kept the fire contained long enough to become something. You have been performing your ambition, and performance is the opposite of accumulation. You wanted the applause and the outcome, and life quietly makes you pick one. Which brings us to the question you are probably already asking yourself right now. If silence is the leverage, then what specifically do you protect? There are 5 things the quietly wealthy almost never share out loud: their income milestones, their next move, their true net worth, their giving, and their investment plays. Not because they are hiding, because they understand that every one of those 5, once spoken, either invites resentment, invites sabotage, or drains the internal pressure that would have pushed the goal across the line. You do not need a new plan. You need a new relationship with what you say out loud. Because the plan you already have would probably work if you stopped telegraphing it to people whose reactions you cannot control. So here is what changes, starting tonight. 1. Starting tonight, you don't stop sharing goals because you're secretive. You stop because you are someone who understands that unspoken pressure is what makes goals actually happen. 2. The next big move you are planning, you're going to execute it before you tell a single person about it. Not because you are hiding, because you're protecting the outcome. 3. When someone asks you how things are going, you smile. You say things are good, and you move on. not because you owe them silence, because you owe your future self-protection. 4, you're going to write your real financial goals down where only you can see them. And every time you feel the urge to broadcast them, you're going to open that page and read them to yourself instead. The loudest people in the room are almost never the wealthiest. And now, you know why. If this hits somewhere real, subscribe. Because every video on this channel is built to give you back a version of yourself you have been quietly waiting to meet. The people who change their lives never announce it. They just disappear for a while and come back different.